So we email out an introduction to Ken and Mel every time we get a new listing
Sure.
or a new appointment, right?
Right, pre-listing package.
Yeah, a lot of times we get this question when we're there that says, what's this easy exit listing guarantee that you guys have?
Good question. A lot of companies, my previous company, you went out, you signed a listing contract for 6 months,
Right.
and the broker actually owned that listing,
right.
as opposed to the agent owning the listing. It's not a subtle difference, because the way mine works is if you list with me and I don't do my job, or if you wake up today and you're just not happy with me, you give me a call and we're going to let you out of the contract.
I always joke with sellers that it's as easy as if I walk in with a red shirt and you absolutely hate the color of my red shirt and my hair, just feel free to call me and tell me I'm out. But
Here's
it's
the
as
thing.
simple as that, right?
Yeah, here's the thing. I mean, I think people are generally good, and I think that if we're doing our job, they're going to be happy with our service. If they're not happy with our service, then they're not happy. They're not getting the results they want. There's no if you do this, or if you call me on Tuesday by 5,
right.
or there's none of that. You know what I mean? We'll go out and list the house. We will put it on all of our websites. We will put it out to all of our buyers. We will do our best to sell your home. Right? You got to help us. Right? House has to be ready. I got to be able to show it. All those things. If we're both working hard to sell it, and it's just not working, you just tell me that you're not happy with my service, and we'll hopefully part company friends.
We offer that. I know a lot of agents don't offer that, and if that's not something that they offer, do you suggest that they should list with them? Because I know a lot of agents are actually taking year-long contracts because they feel like, well, the price is really high and that's what the seller wants, so I'm just going to go out and take a year-long contract and I'll just try to get them to reduce the price later on.
Yeah. In
hopes of it selling maybe in 9 months down the road. Do you think that that's a...
Yeah, no. I'll tell you why. Most sellers, all sellers would rather you were honest with them. They don't always like the message.
Yeah.
But that doesn't change what the truth is, right? So when I go out there and I say, well, listen, we've got to list the house at $300,000 because that's where it's going to sell. Well, and the seller says, well, I want to list it at $350,000, and we had this conversation about that. And what it always boils down to is, I'll list it at any price you want me to list it at. Here's what it's going to sell at.
Right.
So, at the end of the day, if you're locked into a long contract, a whole year contract, we had that conversation 2-3 months into it. We got no buyers, we got no showings, we certainly don't have an agreement of sale. You're probably not going to be happy with my service, and I've been less than honest with you up front to begin with.
Right.
So, in the business, we call it buying a listing, right?
A lot of agents tend to do that.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, well, for whatever reason, I don't want to get into all, why they do what they do. Why I do what I do is, A, we're very good at selling homes, right? We know how to do this. And, again, we're very honest and upfront with the seller. I don't always like being the guy that tells them that they thought it was $350 and now it's worth $300.
That's always a hard conversation.
Well, it is, but if you don't have it, then you get to have this conversation a month from now. Ring, ring, hi, this is Ken. Hey, why isn't my house sold? Why is nobody coming to buy my house? Why don't I have an agreement of sale? Now, I'd rather be able to say, well, it's overpriced, like I told you a month ago, rather than, well, you never told me it was overpriced. Oh, wow, I wish I did. You know what I mean? So, there's just a lot of things that we've learned over the years that work with sellers. Most sellers want you to be straight up and honest with them. They do not always like the message. Sometimes they can't sell it because of the dollars. It doesn't make sense to do the deal. That doesn't change what the truth is. The truth of the matter is that the house is going to sell at a dollar figure that a buyer is willing to pay for it. And in this market, like I said, we got buyers that start shopping 9 months out. They know the price of the house before they ever walk in there. And when they walk in, if the price is $350,000, they better see what $350,000 is going to get them. Because if they don't, well, then and if you're far enough off, you want to get the buyers who win house.
So the best advice for the seller is to make sure that they have an agent that has an easy exit listing guarantee?
Well, yeah, like I said, the way mine works is very simple. You know what I mean? We're going to be straight up and honest with you. We may or may not take your listing. There's a couple reasons we won't take a listing. If the seller doesn't like my approach,
right.
That's fine. I'd rather not take the business than to try to put a square peg in a round hole. I'd rather not take the business and part company right now than frustrate everybody down the line.